If vitamin D does nothing for you, this is probably why. You take vitamin D. Maybe you've been taking it for months, even years. Your doctor told you it was important. You read the studies. You bought the good brand. You took it every single day. And you still felt tired. Your labs barely moved. Nothing changed. Here's what's actually happening. Your body can't activate it. And the reason has nothing to do with the supplement itself. When you swallow a vitamin D supplement, it doesn't go straight to work. It enters your body in an inactive form. Your liver converts it once. Your kidneys convert it again. Only then does it become the active form, called calcitriol, that your cells can actually use. Both conversion steps require enzymes, and those enzymes don't work without magnesium. No magnesium, no activation. No activation, no results. It's not that vitamin D failed, it's that your body didn't have the tools to use it. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body: energy production, nerve signaling, muscle contraction, blood pressure regulation, and critically, vitamin D activation. Without enough magnesium, those enzymes can't do their job. You can take all the vitamin D in the world, but if your magnesium stores are low, that vitamin D just sits there, unused. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are low in magnesium and don't know it. Studies suggest that nearly half of adults in the United States don't get enough magnesium from their diet. And blood tests aren't a great measure. Most of your body's magnesium is stored in bones and tissues, not floating around in your bloodstream. So a normal blood test can look fine even if you're functionally deficient. Who's most at risk? Older adults, because kidney function and absorption decline with age. People under chronic stress, because stress hormones deplete magnesium. Highly active people who lose it through sweat. And anyone on diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, or certain blood pressure medications. So if you're over 50, dealing with stress, staying active, or managing any chronic condition, there's a decent chance your magnesium levels are lower than they should be. And that means your vitamin D isn't being converted properly. You're not deficient in vitamin D. You're deficient in the activation pathway. So why doesn't anyone talk about this? Because supplement marketing doesn't work that way. It's easier to sell one product with one benefit than to explain how nutrients work together as a system. But your body doesn't care about marketing. It cares about chemistry. A study published in the Journal of the American Osteopathic Association found that people who took vitamin D supplements without adequate magnesium saw little to no improvement in their vitamin D blood levels. But when magnesium was added, vitamin D levels rose significantly. Another study showed that magnesium supplementation helped reduce vitamin D resistance, meaning it helped people who previously didn't respond suddenly start responding. This isn't fringe science. This is basic biochemistry. But most people are told to take supplements in isolation, and that's where the disappointment comes from. Here's another piece. Vitamin D is fat-soluble. That means it needs dietary fat to be absorbed properly. If you're taking vitamin D on an empty stomach or with a meal that has little to no fat, you're not absorbing much of it. And if you eat a very low-fat diet, or if you have digestive issues that affect fat absorption, like low bile production, gallbladder removal, or conditions like celiac disease, your vitamin D absorption is compromised from the start. This is why some people respond beautifully to vitamin D and others don't. It's not genetics, it's context. So what does this mean for you? If you've been taking vitamin D and not seeing results, here's what to consider. First, add magnesium. Most people do well with 300 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium per day. Magnesium glycinate is generally well tolerated and well absorbed. You can also get magnesium from dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. But if you're already low, supplementation helps you get back on track faster. Second, take vitamin D with a meal that contains fat. It doesn't have to be huge. A handful of nuts, avocado, olive oil on your salad, eggs, or cheese will help absorption. Third, don't overdose. The recommended daily intake for vitamin D is around 600 to 800 IU for most adults, though some people need more. If you're unsure, ask your doctor to check your levels. Taking massive doses without magnesium can actually deplete your magnesium further because your body uses magnesium to process that vitamin D. Fourth, consider vitamin K2. It works alongside vitamin D to direct calcium to your bones instead of your arteries. If you're taking vitamin D long-term, K2 is a helpful partner. It's found in fermented foods like natto, certain cheeses, and egg yolks, or you can supplement it. Fifth, give it time. If you've been low in magnesium for months or years, it's going to take weeks to rebuild those stores and see the full effects. But when it clicks, you'll feel it. Energy improves, mood stabilizes, sleep gets better, muscle cramps ease up, and your vitamin D levels start to rise. This isn't just about vitamin D and magnesium. This is about understanding how your body works as a system. We live in a world that wants quick fixes. One pill, one solution, one answer. But your body works in networks and pathways. Vitamin D needs magnesium. Calcium needs vitamin D and K2. Iron needs vitamin C. Everything is connected. When you ignore those connections, you end up frustrated. You end up thinking supplements don't work or that your body is broken. But your body isn't broken. It's just not getting what it needs in the way it needs it. This is especially true as you age. Your digestion slows down. Your kidneys become less efficient. The margin for error gets smaller. So the supplements that worked fine in your 30s might not cut it in your 60s, not because they stopped working, but because the context changed. You need better absorption and smarter combinations. And that's not failure. That's just biology. If you're over 50, vitamin D is critical for bone health, muscle function, immune resilience, and fall prevention. Low magnesium is linked to muscle weakness, cramps, poor sleep, and anxiety, all things that become more common with age. So, when you fix the magnesium piece, you're not just helping your vitamin D work, you're supporting your whole system and giving your body the tools it needs to stay strong and stable. So if vitamin D hasn't worked for you, don't give up on it. Ask better questions. Are you taking it with fat? Do you have enough magnesium? Are you giving it time? Most supplements don't fail. They're just taken out of context. When you understand the context, when you support the system instead of chasing the symptom, everything starts to shift. Your body is smarter than you think. You just have to give it what it needs. If this helped, leave a comment and let me know. Have you been taking vitamin D? Did you know about the magnesium connection? I'd love to hear your experience. And if you want more content like this, real explanations, no hype, just science and common sense, subscribe. We're here to figure this out together. See you in the next one.